probably not to chase individual records, but a team accomplishment. So what was the meaning for you to not just pass Moses Malone, but your points were really meaningful for the team's effort tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in a battle like that, like tonight, it's kind of hard to put everything in perspective or even think about it, because the game is so close, so tight, it's attention to detail, so you don't want to try to think about too many things out there on the court at that point, but either making a play, getting a stop, and winning the basketball game. But it is, I keep saying this, man, it's an honor, it's a blessing, but, to be in that list, to pass Moses, to know what Moses did, what he did for the game of basketball. It's hard to put it in words. I'm still here doing it. I think that's what I actually excited about, that I'm here in year 19, still doing what I'm able to do. Still passionate about the game, still passionate about coming to work every day and getting better. And what better night, to reach ninth with a win, the way that we needed a win tonight. So overall, this was a hell of a night.
They gave you the game ball on it?
Yeah, they gave me the game ball. They wanted me to make a speech, but it was too tired.
Carmelo, this is really only your second game with the Lakers, if we don't count the preseason games. They've embraced you here, the fans have, and the Lakers also show that collage of your history of playing in the league. Does that mean much to you to have the fans embrace you the way they did, chant your name, and then to have a record here in LA?
Yeah, I mean, it's when I haven't really put it all in perspective yet, just coming off this game and trying to decompress from the actual game. I didn't have a chance to think about it all, but being here in LA and just the way that the fans embrace me, knowing the battles that I've had in here in LA against the Lakers, just over the years, and again, this happening in year 19, and for these fans to embrace me the way that they're doing, that's just I got to keep going. That keeps me motivated. Knowing that I got a supporting cast the way that I have with the fans of Los Angeles.
Melo, you saw what Ja Morant was able to do tonight. I mean, that's a player that's, still elevating, finding his place in the league. You guys have a bunch of guys who are established. What's it like? This is going to feel like it's probably going to be an every night thing, where you're going to see a younger player on the ascent kind of try to give it to you guys. Well, I guess, what's it like kind of being in those fights with guys that are still trying to find their place in the NBA?
We still trying to find our place too. So we expect to be in games like this, especially now, night in and night out. I think the talent level, throughout the NBA has gotten better. Teams has gotten better. Teams are playing faster. And, it's showtime every time teams go up against us. And we understand that, we expect that. Somebody like Ja, he's going to continue to get better. His game will continue to elevate. He is the future of this NBA. And he shows that every single night, what he's able to bring to the game.
Melo, congrats on your milestone. When you look at the history of the other top scorers in the league, which guys influenced your game the most, and in what ways? Which guys influenced your game the most, as far as other top scorers? And
they all brought something to the game, and was able to be productive at a high level. All of those guys. So anybody that is on that list was spectacular, right? They did something special for the game of basketball. They was able to do something special out there on the court. Scoring the basketball is not easy. We may make it look easy, but it's not easy. And again, for me, this is 19 years of repetition, and night in and night out, day in and day out, every summer, every season. I'm reaping those benefits right now because of the persistence that I have. And my professionalism, what I bring to the game, how I approach the game, and I want to keep going. That's all that matters to me.
in, you had the steal, those types of defensive plays that you've been making when this team's been over the top. How are you seeing that evolve this year and fitting in with the rest of the roster?
Earlier today, just watching the Packers and learning the defensive schemes that Jair Alexander do and just trying to mimic that. Able to get the deflection, and then the pick got 2 feet in, but like I said, I fumbled the ball and went out of bounds, whatever. So, yeah, that's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing it.
Since it's Sunday, I guess we'll excuse the NFL references. AD, just what did you think of the different rotations tonight, and then how Melo fit into how some of those second unit lineups were having success against Memphis?
Melo played his ass off. I mean, he shot the ball extremely well. I think it was like 6 for 8 from 3. He comes in and gives us a spark. And our entire bench did. Malik came in, played well. Austin had some hustle plays. We just got to continue to, play with a sense of urgency. I think we did. Tonight we had, some possessions where we got, caught off guard and they made some plays. Ja got hot, but we had a little bit of problem with offensive rebounding. But for the most part, I think we played extremely well. And was able to come out with the win.
Hey, you guys got a lot of players with names all over the record books, but there's the saying in sports, you're only as good as your last game. So what does it mean to have Carmelo make a stamp in his 19th season with this team for you guys?
It means a lot. I've always been a fan of his, what he's able to do. Obviously to do it with a franchise, like the Lakers, either, probably huge for him. But to come in and do what he's doing, 19th year, and when a couple years ago, nobody wanted him. He was counted out, he was doubted, and he stayed the course. Stayed a professional, got a shot, Portland, made a name for himself again, and then, he's here now and doing the same thing, picking up where he left off. So it's an honor to have him on our team, honor to play, besides him. And Bron and Russ and Doe and Dwight, like all these Hall of Famers, and able to learn so much from them. Besides Bron and Doe and Russ and Dwight and all these guys, he's in my ear the most, just always, telling me little pointers and little things to help me. So he's been great for us so far, and I know he's going to be great for us all year.
AD, it's been a long time since you guys have won a basketball game, period, between the preseason and stuff like that. Just how good did it feel for to walk off the floor with a win, and did it feel like any relief or anything after kind of the way the preseason and these first 2 games had gone?
Well, we don't really look too much into preseason, but we kind of get that monkey off our backs with a win. We're going into a road trip, where we feel like we can get both these wins too, and just kind of start going from there. Let this win be a momentum booster for us. These next, 10 games, we take it 10 games at a time, and try to have a winning record out of 10 games. So let this be a momentum booster where we can, keep going and let this guy keep shooting threes. You ready? Hell yeah, they my family looking for me. I'll take one more. Y'all want to talk to him anyway.
Hey, AD, this was your first crunch time situation of the season, and I'm curious just what you thought of your guys' execution down the stretch and kind of withstanding everything Ja was throwing at you guys.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. Defensively, we did a good job towards the end, with our coverages. Down the stretch, made our free throws and executed on the offensive end. So I think our execution down the stretch in the late game was pretty good. There's some things that we still can get better at, but